హాయ్ వాళ్ళందరూ ఎలా ఉన్నారు? ఓకే, గుడ్. సో అందరూ బీటెక్ కంప్లీటెడా పర్సూయింగ్ ఎనీవన్? ఆల్ కంప్లీటెడ్. ఓకే. సో మన ఎడ్యుకేషన్ సిస్టమ్కి మన ఇండస్ట్రీకి కొంచెం గ్యాప్ ఉంటుంది. అది మనకి బీటెక్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత తెలుస్తుంది బేసిక్గా. సో సో the main like the gap is education. We have a gap in education system itself. So to get a job in industry is not a big challenge actually, but we are feeling it's a bit difficult. I'll give some of my example in my journey. So I studied in Sri Hindu College of Engineering and Technology here. Okay, Ibrahimpatnam, you might know all here. Ibrahimpatnam, Sri Hindu College. So I roamed here in LB Nagar. I used to play cricket and all those things. I did all the way. But what I did was a different thing apart from all the students. Like when I was second year or third year, I started coding in the second year itself. So by till when I joined the BTech, right? So I was not aware what is a computer itself. So we are from very village backgrounds. We were not aware of all these things. So that's not a matter actually. So I'm Telugu medium background. That's all. These are non. I would say it's like cause. We'll say some simply okay karanam. Okay, but that's not the thing. We need to have a good intent or like our aim. Like we have to think that from where we came and what are we. So many students, I would not say all, many students like student parents, they'll afford and like many parents students will not afford. So I came from that position. So my parents were not affordable at the time. So we have to keep in mind either our parents are good, or like rich or poor. That's not a matter. But so we have to be in a position like we have to think from where we came and what is our duty to came here. That's the only first point we have to keep in our mind. So irrespective of all the what I say, good behavior, good knowledge, expertise, technical, all these are secondary for me. So the first point is from where we came, what is our duty. That's the first motto we have to remember always. If I am doing something apart from what my job. So as you are students, after graduate students, right? So your duty is to get a job because you'll have some question from the society, right? From parents, will have force. So what are you doing? What are you doing when you get a job and all those things? Will question will have it, right? So whenever we get some free time, right? So we have to enjoy. We have to get some time for the sports, like yoga. So daily I'll keep myself spend 2 hours for the sports every day morning. That's mandatory. Any day, any issue, any complex situation, I'll go for the sports. That's for my main concern myself. So here like when you are in this position, right? So whenever you are get a time to enjoy or like do some other things, then so just remember why we came here, what are we doing, the first point. And those who are from the like Telugu medium background would say like till I was in BTech complete, right? So we'll understand all the things like whatever our lectures taught us, we'll understand all the things, but we'll not reply them. We can't speak properly. That was the issue. So that comes when it is practically when we speak, when we interact actually. So there is no I would say no coaching center will help us. No no any institute will not help us on that. So they'll give us the basic, what is the platform to get interact or like to how to discuss all those things, but we cannot be proficient in any, like if it is a this is an institute. So let's say Sudhir sir is teaching us, okay. So he'll give us what to do. This is what the process is. This is how the process it works. This private public key. So he'll teach that way. So when we are in class, we'll understand. So this is a simple concept: private key, public key. We know private means this, private public means this. So we'll understand and we'll say, okay, I know everything. But when it comes to after 1 week, we'll be again to zero again. After 15 days, like same position. So I would say practice is best always. So we have to do practice. That's it. The only suggestion from my end is do a practice. Getting job is not a matter for nowadays, but currently we have a market recession for the freshers, as you are all know. So I would say like as per we can do, like in our organizations, if we have any openings, so we'll definitely refer you. But currently we don't see any fresher openings since a year in our organization. So uh, selected people, they are hiring from the referrals only, so not they are doing any drives, mostly like mid-level companies. So high-level companies, let's say MNC companies, they are going officially to the colleges, but they are selecting few people only, not majority earlier. Earlier, like TCS or other organizations, they used to pick up hundreds of people, but nowadays they are not picking up the many people. So they are selectively choosing the people. So we need to have the content. Main reason is we need to have the content. So so you have the 20 members, let's say here. So why should I hire you? Why should I hire you?
If a job was given open for the so if my skill sets match the exact description and I perform well, right?
No. So technical things anyone can learn. Okay. So we are here to learn the technical skills. Anyone can learn. So we have to be in a position that we have to think something different than what others. That's the main thing actually. So if I go to the YouTube, if I search for C tutorials, C language tutorials, I'll get the tutorial. If I follow correctly, I'll get the technical things. So if I give some work to any technical person, he can do in 1 week or 15 days for sure. There is no issue. But we have to do that thing in optimal way and optimal time. That's the main concern of the industry. So industry is looking for a people who can solve the things in optimal way. So if I'm spending some time investing the amount and time on you, so the company should get the benefit out of it. So they cannot they can't select all the people, those who are attending and all that. So they are mainly very particular to the those who are thinking out of the box. Their main concern is. So in my career, in 7 years of my career, I took more than 300-400 of interviews. So I what I observed, like I know because I'm also from the same situation, like did the college and all those things. So they are not aware of what is real world beer in the market. So simply they are coming up with empty minds and like saying what C program, hello world, A plus B. This simple thing. So if I ask something typical question, so they are not trying to even attempt that question. So we should have some out of thinking, out of the box thinking. So doing job is a part of duty, but we should have something extra for it. So that's the main concept. So for that, I would say practice is the main purpose to do the getting job. And apart from the practice, read some what is real market, outside market, what is going on, what is the inflation out there. So where are we? Okay, currently, so we are still at C language Java, but the market outside, they went to the AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning. They are doing robots. Robots are nowadays are giving the teas, and they are doing everything. So we are very lack. So that's where we have to fill the industry. So I'm not saying we are not in good track, but I'm just suggesting you all. It's like a good opportunity for you all. So you are still in the beginning of your career. So uh, get the good things from your coordinators. Like any help from our side, so we definitely will help you. And thank you so much for this opportunity for me. Any questions? Please let me know.
An interviewer can know about your skill set by asking the technical questions.
No.
So as you said, no, we also need out of box thinking. How will we know that the person has an out of box thinking?
See, simple question. So I would say, if I want to go from this institution to the Sri Hindu College, how will you go?
Bus or Rapido.
Only one answer.
Rapido.
Huh?
Rapido.
Rapido. Then I'll ask why Rapido.
Affordable. Easy.
Hmm. Okay.
Or
Other question, other answers. Bus. So if you go by Rapido, let's say 50 rupees. If I go by bus, it's 20 rupees. But the difference is time. So for every question, there is alternate question. So we should be in optimal. It's just an example. I'm saying, okay. So this is not exactly what I want to say. So differently, let's say there is an example of we have Google Maps, how it works. So we are using everyday Google Maps, right? So do you know the concept behind the Google Maps, how it works? We are simply saying from and to, and when you are clicking on go, it's showing us the path. So how it works? Not technically, overall. So the interviewer will not ask you to do the program instantly. They'll ask you the concept, what you understand behind the concept. So what they're using behind it, what technology might be they using, right? So all these are different questions. Yeah, please.
Yeah, why you taking a YouTube? You are taking a YouTube. What you are focusing mainly from the candidate. If you have
I'll never bother about the communication skill in my perspective because I know from where I am. Okay. So the main concept, I'll check the communication. No, sorry, I'll check the technical skills, the basic things, and I'll check I'll expect from the candidate whether the particular person is able to capture the requirement or not. If I'm telling something to him, so he should capture that. So he has to understand that. So if I give him a training in future, so he should be able to capture that. That's what the industry is looking. Okay, if he's a, let's say, an XY person, so if I'm telling him for multiple times, then yeah, so he's not adapting to my words, then there is no use for company. So mainly I'll check who is like sync with me. If I give something task to him, so he is able to follow or not. Anyone can do the programming. If I give it to you, you'll also do it in 1 month. If you are a fresher, if I give some work in any technology, you learn and you can do it. But that's not an issue. We should follow that. When we are in an organization, we should follow the some norms. So he's able to capable. He's capable or not. They'll check. I'll check mainly. Not only me. Any interview will check. He's capable of knowing things or not. That's it. We will not check comma, full stop. We will not check it at all. Yeah. Now, communication skill, you see, don't bother, friends. Communication skill will get by the experience, not by learning by tutorial or YouTube or any institution. I'm sorry to say, because many of us from the Telugu medium background, even though we will speak better than the English medium in future, for sure. I think I may not disclose this in slide, right? So yeah. So I used to work in product-based company. So recently I moved to the other organization. So as per my experience now, so I'm good with my work-life balance, salaries, and everything is good. Yeah.
so directly after graduation, have you entered?
No, so see, after my graduation, right? So after my completion of my examination, so I got a ICC bank. So we have a here Nanagaram ICC branch. That's a private, not you don't think it's a government. It's a private. So I got a call center job there. So there I worked for 2 months, and I thought the same way. I studied graduation from the computer science background, and why should I do this call center? So I like resigned that, and I went to Google Maps, one of the company. I used to work for the Google Maps things. That's why I asked the question. Okay, so there also I try something like non-technical. So my mentality is to think technical way only, not something theoretical way. So again, I worked for 2 months there, and I changed the thing. And third company, I went for Innovax Tech Labs Private Limited. That is in Gachibowli, SLN terminus, beside the botanical garden. So that is the company which gave me the life earlier. Okay, so I attended the interview, and they had around three rounds of technical interviews. So I was strong in the technical thing. So, but I was not aware. I was not good in the communication. I said my manager, sorry, my CEO, he was there at the time in the interview. So I was not good at the thing. So he said, "I'm not bothering about your things, so you'll be fine." And you don't believe, friends, till date they have not taken any proof from us, like any actually in any companies they'll ask for the proof, have you passed or not, BTech certificates, right? But they never. He said simply, what I do with your certificate? Simple answer word. So I worked for around 4 years there. So never I submitted any proof. Either say this Aadhaar card or certificate of BTech, what I did, passed or not. So they never bother. So things should be like that. So that is he's I would say a real innovative person. So he don't bother about your past or not. So what he expecting from you is you're like a technical guy and you're able to do the thing what he's expecting. Then he's fine. That's it. So market also same way. So you see many innovators. Let's say they are starting the company by self, right? So they are like 10th pass, 12th pass, right? And they are doing business their own. We are in a loop that we have to do the graduation and we have to go to the job. We have to do the graduation, we have to do the job. So we are in a loop, but we have to come out of that loop. So um, soon we'll get out of this cycle with help of our Raghuana. I just like to tell about Raghuana. So one day I came across to know about the SVGI. So there is one neighbor beside my home. So I got to know he's giving training on the JavaScript. Okay, so I just joined the call first day, and I said I'm from this background, and I joined his class almost 3 4 months, and I never missed any class. Out of 100, I would say more than 95% of the classes I was joined, and I learned JavaScript there from the Raghuvan. Okay, so even though we are experienced, so we should not quit our learning thing. So if you are like 10 years or 20 years of experience, still you have to be in the mode of learning thing. So software industry is like every day new things are coming every day. You see, I'll just remind you of one example. So in current our BTech syllabus, we have applets and graphical user interface GUI. So none of the user in world are using that. No one in the world using that, but still we are using because our education system is like that. So we have to get out of that content and we have to know what is exactly happening outside. So reading the books, it's a part of our what education curriculum. So we have to get out of that, and parallel to that, so we have to get to know the what is the real marketing out there, and what different thousands of technologies we have outside. So we are still roaming around the Python, Java, JavaScript, C++, C. So the Oracle, we have like hundreds of products. I am working on one of the product only one of the product of Oracle. You don't believe it. Oracle has hundreds of products. It's a Salesforce of hundreds of products. Microsoft. We are using Teams, Microsoft Office, Word, Excel. Everything we are using of them. But we have to know when we are using something, any products or application, at least try to get some information of that. That I would suggest to you all. Any questions, please?
So what advantages have you?
Okay, good question. Okay. Okay. Initially, I learned how many technologies you learn and what are the things, what are the technologies. Okay. So actually, I'm uh, I'll always search for the new things. That kind of mentality. So I initially learn the C language, and once we learn the C language or any language, I would say it's a difficult of syntax. That's it. So coding, logic, everything will be same at all in any platform. I would say okay. If you give me anything, any complex thing, I'll do it and I'll give it to you. That's not a problem. So C, then Java, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. With help of Raghuana, Bootstrap, I know little bit of jQuery, MongoDB, and currently my real experience on the OBIW. We have Oracle Intelligence of AI reports that we call OBIW, and we have Siebel. I worked on the Siebel. That's also Oracle product, one of the product CRM application. I worked on the Oracle Sales Cloud. I'm currently working on the Oracle Sales Cloud and CRM application. CRM application is like I would say I will tell you later. But so this is one of the parts. So apart from that, as part of this, we have a BML. That is also one of the programming language. You might not heard that language. I'm working on the BML. Have you heard any Groovy script? Okay, okay. That is a real-time programming which Oracle is using. Like every company is far away from this C, Java, all these things. So every technology is coming up top of
So in
on
your
it.
first company, you have worked 4 years.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, work on same Oracle.
Yeah, I'm on the Oracle product only. So initially I used to work on the reports, Oracle Business Intelligence reports. Parallelly, we had like, see, when you entered the IT industry, I'm for sure like you'll not work on the single product. I'm not sure. Might be for Raghuvana, he might working on single thing or not. I'm not sure, but 90% of the people will work on the multiple things. If you learn Java, that will not be sufficient. You have to upgrade yourself and you have to jump into the other project.
We are getting to know about the new things and all, how we can gather,
I didn't get your question.
how we can know the new things, the backend, how it is built, everything, how we can update. As
Yes.
you are knowing the new things, as you want to
See, when we entered in the organization, right? So by getting the requirements, we'll work on the things. But for you, it's a difficult for I know. But see, when you have the option to get the information, like Raghuana, we have option like what are the things we can learn. So he is like, see, in any application, JavaScript, HTML is mandatory. If you develop any application in the world, right? So that is a basic thing. So if we are good on that, so we can build any application. We can build our own application. When we have a good knowledge on the this front end or back end, we can have a freelance of in many opportunities in the freelancing thing. We have freelances, so we can do our own also, but we have to be in a position that we have to handle. So we have to understand the requirement, what they are expecting from us, so we have to fulfill that gap. So nothing is impossible, guys. So everything is possible, but we have to do the practice. We have to be patient, and we have to do always learn new things, always. When you are learning C, no, don't stable to C. Get out of it. When you're learning already C, think of other thing. What is other Java? What is Python? What is the difference between them? Just think out of this. So why they introduce C? When we have the C, why they come up with Java? When we have a Java, why again Python? When we have Python, why Groovy? When we have Groovy, why BML? Why Apex? So we have many technologies. So just get to know what is the purpose behind before learning it. That's what my main intention to tell you.
as you are saying, no need of the in-depth knowledge, just what
First,
is what.
first when we are entering to a court, right? So we have to get to know what is purpose of it. When I'm entering to it, so I'm playing a shuttle, a football, or volleyball. So what is the purpose when I'm entering? So what is the purpose of the stadium? Is a football stadium or which stadium? So I'm just giving example. So we have to know what is the background of the thing which we are trying to enter or explore things. That we have to know. When we are, let's say, when we are learning the Java, so why not C? So we'll say platform independent, right? The robust. We'll say the different things. That's the reason. So we have to know the things. What is the best feature out of the other languages? So that things, only those things will use the company. Company will never bother about the like what is the see, any developer can write it. You also can write it. If I give you time for the 1 week or 10 days, they'll give us the definitely. So you also can write it. That's not a big problem for anything. So we have to know the main intention. You have to understand the concept, requirement, what it does, what it gives the outcome. So that how it looks the industry outside. So we have to be come out of that era, what we are currently. Yeah, please. Any questions, yeah, please. Currently, brother, I would say it's a bit tough only in the market, but I will not say it's not difficult. It's a bit tough, but say when I'm taking interview of 10 members, so I choose the best one only. I'll not take his looking good or he has a good communication or he has some reference. I'll not look into that. Who has a more technical thing and their think of ability? Who has more? I'll take him. So we have to be different from others. That's what I would suggest you.
There is a tradition also.
The already Raghavana explained this many times, so that is not a matter actually. But to get into the market, that's one of the point to get into. But no one will bother about it. When we have the content, no one will bother.
So how will you shift
See whether see we generally talk outside what is product based, service based, but like when we are in place, right? So we don't bother about it much. So don't differ, because the in MNC everything is organized. So you have to work on this thing, means this thing only. You will not have other exposure.
My question is on the branded startups, like what are the things that they are asking right now?
So see, and best suggestion I would give you is when you prepare your resume, do any sample projects like cloning of projects or anything, and attach that GitHub links to your profiles. So when I see your profile, right? So when I click on that, so I say, okay, this person is able to do some application. He's able to do something. So I'll give the more preference to you only. So we should be first appearance is the best appearance. That's why we said, right? So we should be something different from others.
Yes, nowadays everyone are doing the clones also.
Yeah,
We are
that's how we have to show the market, how the market will know what is the specialization of yours. So we should show ourselves, we should promote ourselves. Yeah, thank you so much guys, and all the best for your future. Any help, I'll be always be ready to help you in any situations, and like definitely I'll help you from my end. Any openings or any suggestions, anything in my level, I'll do my best. Thank you so much.